Hello and welcome to the AFL Autoblendz 3D car creation channel. This is just a shortest video really. It's a channel update, basically discussing my channel aims, what I can put out in content and keep it interesting. Bit about me: I'm recently retired. I worked in the construction industry for 41 years as a senior estimator, pricing large construction projects up to £100 million in English money, all over the country, mainly in Cambridge, Milton Keynes and London. Hobbies in the past, I've I've done sports mainly. I was a black belt and instructor in kickboxing. My daughter's actually won 3 world titles. She's in her mid-30s now, but still competing. So still got an interest in that, but as I've sort of aged, I've sort of let it go a little bit now. Always had an interest in cars. From an early age really, from seeing what my dad had got and that sort of thing. Never really, and I should have done I suppose, been able to afford to buy many different cars. I had a company car for years and years and years, but in the latter years I bought an Audi S5, which I actually love, but times are moving, probably start thinking about a largest SUV now, so I'm getting a bit older, but I would like a classic car in the future, not a sports car or anything like that, but so an old British car of the 1950s or whatever. So that's about me. I'm married for the second time, very happy, and basically this is now my hobby, which is 3D modelling and creating videos of anything to do with cars really. I've got a few thank yous, mainly obviously thank my wife for putting up with me and supporting me through this, but in terms of YouTube and 3D modelling, 3 massive influences to me. I've been modelling for 2 to 3 years now, and I've followed. The first one I'd like to thank you is Chris Plush from CG Masters. As you can see here, he's got lots of subscribers. I did 2 courses with him, the Wrangler Jeep and the C7 Corvette. Safe to say he's not really a car guy, but is an exceptional teacher. I've also bought his Blender 2.8 encyclopedia on Udemy, and it is fantastic. Takes you through every aspect what you'd want to learn to enhance your modelling skills. So I'd seriously recommend purchasing that on Udemy. The next person I'd like to thank, the next channel, is Albert of the Natural Art Freak channel. Breath of fresh air. I'm following 2 courses at the moment from him, namely the Mercedes G-Wagon and the Audi R8. Last but not least is a guy I found just a few weeks ago really, Rod Halligan. I would seriously recommend anybody watching this channel that's into cars, that wants to learn about 3D modelling, and not just the everyday car that most people model. He delves into old cars such as old Ferraris, Alfa Romeos, old Mercedes, and he's got a good knowledge on cars, and I'd recommend that you subscribe to Rod. I think his channel's only been out 5 or 6 weeks, so he's doing remarkably well. With this channel, I'm not really aiming to get millions of subscribers and that sort of, and millions of likes, that sort of thing. Just basically, I want to show people, hopefully, how to do things. Hopefully, inspire people to follow their own paths in terms of car modelling. So move on now to Blender modelling tutorials and modelling updates. I'm continually following, and I'll still do the Mercedes G-Wagon and the R8 Audi. I'm also started following Rod, so I'm doing the Ferrari 250 GTO 1962. And basically, so I'll update the channel with my progress on those. Not a big one into tutorials. I'm sort of not reached that level of competency in modelling. I can follow a video, and I can achieve great results by following a video, but I'm still learning to try to do that aspect myself. I will be starting a Joet Jupiter British sports car in the near future. That will be the sort of model that I will start off with on my own. See how I get on with that. The other thing I want to model in Blender is somewhere to store the cars that I build. I.e., it could be a car forecourt, it could be an architectural building, it could be a road, it could be countryside, it could be anything really. I'm not really sort of made my mind up yet. So I'd like to do that, to showcase the cars in a sort of a more of a picture environment. So we'll have to keep watching on updates for that. Blender learning, I like to put little tutorials out and quick tips, i.e. Modifiers, just things that I learn and that I'd like to pass on, that I think could help people to speed up their modelling. I put out a few yesterday, the snapping tool for instance, the active element, which I actually really love, and the loop tools add-on. So that's really good. The next thing is Blender demo reels. Obviously, when I do finish a car, I want to sort of enhance my Blender demo reels section on my playlists. You see my playlists here. So at the moment we've got quick tips, channel updates, which is where this video is going. I've got modifier tutorials. I've got shouldn't have done that. Right, here we go. I've got so Blender quick tips, modifying tutorials. I think I might actually, all these tutorials, put them into, reconfigure the playlist and put them into one. I've got Your Car Story, which is what I'm trying to promote. Anybody that wants their car featured in a video or a series of pictures or whatever, please get in touch. I've got a few in there. two of my own car, and one of my friends who used to race at Camaro at Santa Pod Raceway, if anyone's heard of that. I used to live around 6 miles from there. Got a few spurious ones, my wife's cakes and her paintings and whatever. There's the demo reels, there's the playlist for the G-Wagon, the modelling, it's how to get blueprints and that sort of stuff. I'm also into, I've got a 3D printer, and my aim is some of the models that I create I want to actually print out, so each panel of the car in as much detail as possible and recreate it print it off in 3D and create it into a radio controlled car. So that's what I want to do. I'm working on two at the moment. A 1970 Dodge Challenger radio controlled car, which I've had the chassis printed for. So I'm working on that. You can find the chassis on Thingiverse, which is great if you want to download that. I'm also doing an Audi R18 race car, which is all in a 10th scale. Basically, I haven't done a lot lately, but I intend to do a few more bits on that and post the video. So that's that aspect. Future stuff, really. Well, I'd like to get into doing more on 3D printing, radio control cars, blender modelling. I also want to go into interviews, which is sort of interview online, on camera, interview people that would like their cars or their modelling or whatever they want to talk about regarding this hobby. I'd like to do a series of interviews with people that are interested in that sort of stuff. Also, I'd like to ask you all to let me know what's your car passion, because you never know, there's certain things that you put that might inspire myself and others to delve into that. I.e., if there's a car out there that's that you think is unique and fantastic and really good to model, and probably some of us on here won't have heard of that car, then I'd be interested to listen to it anyway. Keep looking on the site for future updates if you're interested, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Thank you.